Old Skies is the latest game from Wadjet, and this time-traveling tale presents a terrific take on the adventure genre and one heck of a story to boot. In Old Skies, the future has brought with it the creation and privatization of time travel, where the company ChronoZen allows anyone with enough money to go back in time to mess with the past to some extent. And we play as Fia Quinn, one of the people who's responsible to go back in time and help their clients right any wrongs, wrong any rights, and try not to muck too much up with time and space. But our story is going to take us all over the place, both personally and historically. The gameplay here should be familiar to anyone who's played an adventure game, and especially the previous titles from Wadjet. Each chapter takes place in its own self-enclosed time period, complete with unique characters, situations, and of course puzzles to solve. Once you complete, you will move on to the next. Now, just like with the previous games from Wadjet, the major selling point here is the story and writing, and they are both incredibly well done. I really love, again, Dave's ability to write very well-developed worlds and stories. And for taking such a high-level concept as time travel, our stories here are kept relatively low stakes, and that is of course part of the world building that goes into this. And the different stories themselves all kind of revolve around kind of what you would do if given the chance to go back in time. Some people are trying to right a wrong, some people are trying to answer a question, and maybe some people just want to mess around with things. And of course, Fia is our very down-to-earth character, but this is all kind of building towards the concept and element of our story here, with trying to understand and figure out your own self-worth. How do you make a mark in this world or feel like you're doing anything when quite literally everything and everyone you've ever known can change within a nanosecond? And Fia is going to have to go through a whole lot to kind of understand this. And while this does not go incredibly dark, there's no ultra-violent or disturbing things here, the story definitely raises a lot of questions about kind of again the meaning of life, whether you have or don't have the ability to rewind and erase your mistakes. And you'll be doing quite a lot of rewinding here. As part of the notion of having time travel under your belt is that, well, if you fail or get killed in any number of ways, you can just rewind time. And again, for a game that's trying not to explore the notions and kind of the long-term ramifications of time travel, each chapter does a really great job of doing different things with this element. In a way, Old Skies reminds me a lot of 1000 X-Resist from 2024, in that both games use a very kind of hard sci-fi concept in order to tell a grounded and more personal story. So while there are rules of time travel that you cannot break, they are more there to provide you with a vehicle for the puzzle solving, and the location and person themselves act as kind of your conduit to the narrative itself. So this is not going to be a game where if you fail, all time unravels and everyone will be destroyed. Again, it's kept very more on the personal side, whether it's what the client is trying to do or what Fia is trying to grow and understand. And I can just imagine how many potential stories and chapters are left on the cutting room floor by Dave, as this template is really great in terms of a narrative device, and I do wonder if we'll see any more of this universe in the future. The puzzle logic here I would say would be moderate to moderately challenging. It is a step, I would say, above that of Unavowed, but doesn't quite hit kind of the old school adventure shenanigans of, say, the Blackwell series. A lot of the more challenging puzzles are going to be about you trying to remember, or of course writing down important dates or information and then putting it into the right place. There's no kind of weird, box moving puzzles, towers of annoy, that kind of thing here. Everything is still kept within the time period, with a few, again, time traveling shenanigans thrown in. All in all, this is a very well done adventure game. If you are a fan of Wadjet Eye's previous games, this is certainly a no-brainer for you to check out. I'm trying to think about any issues with this one from a narrative or design point, and I really don't. This is just another very well executed and well made adventure game with great story, great voice acting, and of course, a excellent commentary mode that I'm sure everyone is going to listen to when they're done playing. And if you enjoy this one, I would, as I always when I review games from Wadjet Eye, I would recommend you play their previous ones as well. Each title is self-contained, and you'll get more of that great writing, storytelling, and voice acting to go with it. So, Old Skies was played with a press key provided by the developer. If you want to catch my chat with Dave talking more about adventure game design in Old Skies, I'll include a link to that down below. If you're a fan of Wadjet Eye, let me know what some of your favorite games are from the developer, and let's look at your game for a future stream, video, and all that great stuff designed to involve time traveling, adventure games, or pointing and clicking. Please reach out. And with that, have a great night, and see everyone in the next video. Thanks for watching, and a special thank you to our Patreon supporters. If you enjoyed the video, do the YouTubing stuff, be sure to visit our Discord and Patreon, and you're interested in more in my thoughts on design, check out my game design books.